Sometimes we are food lovers. What's a food lover? Back in South Africa, there is a store called Food Lovers Paradise. And I think to myself, subhanallah, we should have a sign on the masjid saying, Allah Lovers Paradise. Right? You love Allah, come to the house of Allah. Spend time here. رَجُلٌ قَلْبُهُ مُعَلَّقٌ بِالْمَسَاجِدِ. One of the VIPs of the Day of Judgment is a person whose heart is connected to the house of Allah. You are connected to Allah, His house. You love it. You come, you spend time, you spend a moment, and you're always an asset to the people around and to the environment. You help clean up maybe, you contribute towards, you want to fulfill salah, and you're not a pain. Because some people come to the house of Allah just to create issues. This issue and that issue, and you make, you cause a problem, you make litter or whatever else it may be. That's not how it should be. We are people who should be coming and cleaning up. If there is a small, piece of cloth or a little piece of a string or any dirt that's around us, we pick it up, put it in your own pocket rather than litter the masjid. And take it out. Why? That's the house of Allah. I cleaned it. Allah will help you clean your life, my brother. Allah will clean your act for you. You have a love for the house of Allah. You are bothered about the place and you look at everything. You make people feel comfortable here. Allah will make you feel comfortable everywhere else. Let's remember, Allah doesn't need us. We need Allah. So Allah's watching us. He put an instruction and He says, what are you going to do? Pray 5 times a day. For me, but not for my benefit. How's that? You see that? Pray 5 times a day for me, but the benefit is actually yours. Fast in the month of Ramadan for me, but the benefit is yours. How do I know the benefit is His, even if He didn't tell me? Because if I didn't fast, it doesn't even affect Him. Subhanallah. If the whole world had to transgress against Allah, it doesn't deplete anything from Allah's kingdom. It doesn't decrease His value, even an iota. And if all of us had to obey Allah, may Allah make us from among those, it doesn't increase the value of Allah, it increases our value. We become closer to Allah. So develop a connection with the masjid. That's a VIP on the Day of Judgment. You have preparation by visiting the masjid a little bit more. Come for one more salah. How many ever salahs you are coming for already to the masjid, add one more. Make an effort. Your life will change. Do you know what Allah does for you? He will protect you from committing other sins by virtue of your concern to worship Him. Did you hear what I just said? If you are going to make it your business to fulfill salah, to be connected to the masjid, to come to the masjid for as many prayers as you can, and I'm speaking here about people who are living in a cosmopolitan society in the first world where it may not be so easy to go to the masjid all the time because of where we might be working and what might be the scenario and situation, but make an effort, do your best. And guess what? Do you really think you're going to commit adultery when you know that Salat al-Dhuhr is just now and I'm always at the masjid and I've planned to go to the masjid and I've just made wudu? What happens? Inna as-salata tanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkar. Salah itself will stop you and prohibit you from immorality and sin, evil. Because you're always concerned. I'm in wudu, I made wudu, I've held my wudu because I need to fulfill my prayer. What's going to happen? Allah will protect you. You came to the masjid, Allah will save you as a result of that. You looked after others, you helped them, you made people feel comfortable in the house of Allah. When you look at others, don't just, push them. Some people, they stand in prayer and they push the other guy, and then they push this guy here. And then they push him a little bit more and push the other guy this way. Relax, it's not a TikTok video, by the way. It's actually a house of Allah. Make people feel comfortable. Yes, you should stand together, shoulder to shoulder. But it must be comfortable. It must be beautiful. Don't mess the life for the others. What's the big deal if a window or two happen to be open for ventilation? If you're feeling a little bit cold, perhaps you can move rather than closing the window for others who might feel a little bit hot.